And we're live. Good morning, peeps. It's a Monday morning and quite a weekend for you guys. For me, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Um, and here's to our little time together to sip our coffee and get caught up on life in general. Oh, it's feeling like a Monday morning to me this week. There's I consider myself lifelong in maybe 3, 4 different categories, right? I mean, there's certain things that have been uh, a through line through my life. One of them is reading, and the other one is writing and telling stories, and that's where the Chicory Chicks comes in. But also the Chicory Chicks comes in uh, with performing and communicating and connecting with other people through stories and through memories and things like that. That's a family tradition. Back when the car only had an AM dial, it didn't have an FM dial, and a lot of times you didn't get any signal whatsoever. And way back in the day, and as kids, we were there's various ways that we could entertain instead of making a mess, and if you got kids, and one of them was to tell stories. So we grew up storytelling, entertaining ourselves, singing when the radio didn't go on. And you witnessed some of my singing on Friday, so you'll understand when I say I was always encouraged to be the storyteller, not the singer, in the family. True story right there. The other thing that's kind of a through line for me is kind of a spirituality, and it's hillbilly spirituality that then morphed into more of a eclectic comparative religion philosophy sort of a thing. So you'll see me pulling from all different sources very eclectically, but that's also very true to my hillbilly roots, right? I mean, it's a mishmash of a lot of different cultures that informed upon on that, trying to deal with the realities of a life that was pretty hard and scrabble at times, So there's that influence, and part of that is old school divination. My great grandfather was a teacher. I've told you about that, where he had folks memorize the classics because when we're in schoolhouse, and so Chaucer and Shakespeare and all the things that's been a part of my family for way before I was born. But also, so was divination. He was a diviner. He was um, a dowser. So you get the dowsing rods and or 2 dowsing sticks, and it will show you where the water is. And water is life. Water was necessity. You had to figure out where your wells were. You didn't want to spend all that time hard breaking back labor of trying to hand dig a well without there being water at the bottom of that thing, right? Or for so that is part of the tradition I come from. And so nowadays, that throughout the thing, it's been, that's where I come with the astrology or uh, uh, the other aspects of things. But it's important. Not, do you believe that my great grandfather could find water with the sticks? Well, he did. How does that work? I don't have a clue, but it's a tradition, and it's a huge tradition. It's not just a tradition in my family. Um, and I think that's where I like to really explore what is a tradition, um, how it became a tradition, out of what necessity did it fulfill, right? And I'm going to come back to that because we haven't even done, and we've got Roxane Gay today as our quote of the day. So let's pull that up. We're gonna pull it up right here, and see, there she goes. Writers are always looking for the secret, and sometimes someone knows someone, or whatever, but mostly you just need to write. And I think that's what I've been sort of skirting around that a little bit. a lot of times in modern day, we have magical thinking of all different kinds. And sometimes it served a purpose, but it served a purpose. Don't forget the purpose that it was serving. Does that make sense? If it does, put your thoughts down below and see where we're going from there. Right? What purpose does it serve? And how much of our time do we? How much of our time do uh, we spend trying to get to the place to where we can do the thing? And that's the other kind of reason that I'm here is because I'm doing the thing before I can do the thing. And I want to encourage you guys to do the thing before you can do the thing, because otherwise you're just looking for secrets when a lot of it is just merely showing up. And we're afraid to, and for good reason. Society these days, especially, but life has never been safe. Let's face it, life has always been a challenge. It is no matter how privileged you are or how many obstacles you have. There are some commonalities there. There's vast differences, obviously, um, but yet there's the universals in there too. And how do you face those challenges? How do you show up every day? How do you do your things? Acknowledging the circumstances of life of how it is, but then doing the thing anyway because that's the important thing. Um, it's like okay, so I'm doing this before I'm ready to do this because I know, I know. I'm 60. I'll be 62 years old, right? I know. I've been through. This is not my first rodeo. I know that it takes a long time before people start to join in. So I might as well give them excuse not to join in at the beginning before they before they do the other. But I'm not going away, right? And that's the other part of it. I don't know about you, but when I find an author that I like, I don't start reading the first book if it's a series. I wait till there's 3 books in the series before I start in because I don't know. You need to build that trust. And I know I need to build that trust with you guys uh, in showing up every day. But I have, and I will, because look at all these quotes that I've got that I'm giving you. And I hope you spread, if nothing else, I hope you get uh, value from the quotes that I'm sharing with you every day because these are people you need to have in your life. Uh, it's wonderful, and it's wonderful to start thinking thoughts that you haven't thought before. And it's also wonderful to share those thoughts with other people that you haven't met before. They're your newest best friends that you can come on here and connect with without the social. We all it's an ecosystem. So you need everything in the ecosystem. You need something that's super local. You need something that's far away. You need all of that to give yourself a healthy ecosystem in order to thrive. Because sometimes you'll get support from one thing, and other times you'll get support from something else. It's great to have local resources. I'm all about local resources, but it's also great to have resources that are far away. That balance of power, that balance of, uh, you know, ecosystem. I don't know how else to put it. Um, but again, our 10 minutes is just about up. So I'm going to leave you with Roxane Gay's quote for today. Make comments, even if this is a replay. I'm so glad you showed up. I'm so glad you're watching. And you guys are. I just now the thing is to get you guys to comment it live so we can do some giveaways because we can do that. All right. We'll see you tomorrow and have a blessed day.